Great morning, everybody. This is K Rev, and I'm so happy to be here today on K's Couch. And we'll be having some couch talk today with the great Dr. LaTronica Fisher. I'm so happy. Thursday is Thankful Thursdays for Mindy and Thoughtful Thursday for others. For me, I'm thankful and I'm thoughtful. And I'm so happy to be here today. I'm so happy to be alive and available. There's so much going on in the world. Everywhere you turn right now, you see in just catastrophic events going on, along with, I guess, the pandemic that is still going on, and numbers based on a lot of places are rising. People are being deprived of food, and jobs are leaving. But what do we do when those things are happening around us? One thing I've learned is you be persistent, you stand still, you find out who you are, and you make amends on your own with the help of God. Knowing that who you are, knowing the power that you have and what you possess, you are more than what's happening. I read in Psalms 27:5, it discusses, in times of trouble, the Lord will hide me. In the secret places of the tabernacle, he will hide me. And why he's hiding me and why he's positioning me, he's standing me on a secure place. He's standing me on a rock where my head will still be higher than what I'm dealing with. So you're stronger than what you think. You're tougher than what you give yourself credit for. So don't allow nothing or nobody. And I know it gets hard. I know it's going crazy. The world is going to be crazy. It's going to always be crazy. Let me give you that truth. It's going to always be that. But the thing that you can do, you can control yourself. You can control your mind. You can control what you feed yourself. You can control what you can do. You can control what you position yourself or what you expose yourself to. Listen, start reading, start putting yourself purposely or being more intentional about placing yourself in the most positive places. You deserve it and owe it to yourself. Just because it's going crazy out in the world doesn't mean that you got to go crazy. So listen, so you're stronger than what you think. So know that. So right now, if you can get up out of your bed, if you can transfer yourself from one room to the next, or if you can actually feed yourself, you can go to your refrigerator and do things for yourself. Be thankful. Be thankful and be happy. I know sometimes you might not feel like you want to feel. Your bones may hurt, or you may have a pain in your leg, but you know what? You still try to find yourself in the best place and be content. People that are in the graveyard, they can't feel anything and can't come up for air for anything. So be thankful. Be thankful. Strive to go hard. Go harder. If you wasn't pleased with your yesterday, listen. If you weren't pleased with you yesterday and you're alive today, it's not too late. You can change it. Change your day, change your spirit, change your perspective, change your feelings. You're not a tree. You're not stagnated or in a stationary place. You can do more, be more. So we're going to be talking today to the great Dr. Fisher, and we're going to be talking about how to preserve yourself in this pandemic. And she's going to also share how she can actually tell you what's going on with you in the most unique way without you having to leave your home state. And this is K Rev with K's Couch, and we are sponsored by Standard Magazine, where we're the oxygen for the entrepreneur, and we're giving hope to the common man, and also with KR3 & Co. They position themselves to help companies grow and grow securely. So after our introduction, we'll be talking to none other than the great Dr. LaTronica Fisher. Is happening on the couch. K's Couch.
Throughout life, one may feel he or she hasn't been heard, seen, or no one is listening. However, look up. Don't fret. There is a place for you.
Processing.
Greetings.
Access granted.
Welcome to the couch. K's Couch.
It does not say whether you're bad or good, but it is a measurement.
Every single time you go to that bathroom and you got a stream of urine flowing out, you need to be saying, praise God.
Wow.
Because that's a sign that your kidney is getting better.
Like during that time when it was a fraction of a penny, and then you held it until today, you're a multi-millionaire.
Great. And as a result of this next conference, I am going to have a number of events following the conference.
Okay, I got you.
Nobody else. Willing to open the book.
To get this knowledge that you have. You gave up a lot of personal time with family.
It's less than $40 for bulk.
Wow.
And I have it in a variety of colors.
I take every moment as is. I've learned to be where my feet are.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Listen, I'm doing great. I am alive. I'm well, and I feel good. I'm alert.
I love it. That's what I like to say, right? I'm alert. I'm alive, and I feel good.
I love it. I
I'm
love it.
alive, and I feel good. By this time, I'm probably in my 6, 7, 8. I've been up now for almost 5 hours, so I'm fully awake.
Yes.
Fully awake, because I get up about 5 and then get my morning going, get my little workout on, get my blood flowing, get my heart pumping, get my water in, and I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's not one of those things that just come natural. Like I hear friends asking, do you take some for energy? It's a learned behavior, just like anything else, right? It's a learned behavior. Once you start doing it, kind of like what you're saying, push yourself to strive and go harder, which is what you were saying. So each day when you get up, you should notice that you're pushing yourself further and further and further. And that's what makes life so vibrant and so exciting.
Yes, I can definitely be on the same page with that. If you push yourself, feel more accomplished if you allow yourself to go hard. I understand at the starting point, sometimes it doesn't feel good. Sometimes it doesn't feel like I can make it. But once you get going, once you allow yourself in that day to keep going and actually start moving, then you can start looking at yourself like, I can really do this.
Right. What you're saying is that transition period.
Yeah. Okay.
See, that transition period is from getting out of the bed to hitting the floor. So putting your shoes on, like you said, because I'm in the bed, my alarm goes off, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just take the day off. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's that little pea-sized thought in your pineal glands that you have to train to say, get up.
Oh, man.
You know you're gonna feel better afterwards. Get up. It's funny because it's that little bitty.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's the size of a sweet pea.
Are you kidding? Really?
Yeah, that pineal gland is the size of a sweet pea. That's how small it is as to whether you decide I'm gonna get myself up or I'm gonna stay in this bed. So if you decide to stay in the bed too long, you need to have a talk with your sweet pea. And start conditioning him to do what you want him to do or her to do.
That is, I never looked at it that way. I really didn't know the size of the pineal gland. I really didn't, but now that I know, so I have a sweet pea in my life and didn't even know it like that. Okay.
Right. And remember, he's trained or she's trained to do what you tells it to do. So if you tell it, oh, we're just going to stay in the bed today, then it's just going to start to condition itself to do that.
Wow.
But if you tell it, nope, we're hitting the floor, we're getting up because we know we're going to feel better afterwards. Let's do it. It's going to start pulling you up before you have to tell it. And then after a while, like now, I don't even have to talk to mine. It knows a phone just went off, hit the floor, clothes out on the end of the bed, shoes on the floor, socks in there. Let's do it.
Wow.
And then you
Boots
get to
on
the
ground
and you do your thing.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. One day I want to have a sit down and conversation with you about certain foods and certain things that can calcify the pineal gland. And I've heard a lot about that in times past and how that can really affect you. and maybe you and I could just kind of go over some things, maybe off camera, learn or something you already know, share, and we can maybe have a conversation about it for the people, because a lot of people don't know that the pineal gland, how much power it has.
Oh, it's very powerful.
Yeah, and people don't understand that it might be small, but it packs a lot of punch. So you got to know that. So, Doc, I'm so glad to see you today. I'm glad that you are available. Every week you come on, you talk to us on how we can properly position ourselves to ensure that our health is our wealth, and that we really, really know about that. So, real quick question. How do we position ourselves appropriately in this pandemic concerning our health? What do we need to do?
So, as we've been talking, Kay, and I understand sometimes people have to hear it by 7 times, right? Before it actually sets in. And I just mean that in the most humble way possible, because everybody's so busy, and we just have so many different areas and directions that we're going in with our life, that sometimes we do have to hear things again before we can stop and begin to say, oh, okay, now I know what I have to do. But I like to keep it really, really simple. First of all, I'm definitely not a fan of the vaccine. I don't participate in it. Okay.
Gotcha.
I just don't participate. So that's just my position, because I have people all the time to ask me, so what do you think about it? And I just tell them I don't participate. All right. What I do participate in and what I do prescribe to is you optimizing your immune system and being healthy in the most simplest way and the most economical way possible. Okay. And what that means is, as I indicated to you this morning, I am not a hypocrite. Everything I promote, I do.
Absolutely.
That don't mean I started that way. Okay. So I'm
right.
Don't feel like you have to get to where I am or it's too much. I had to grow to this place. When I started in alternative medicine, I was in a space where a lot of people are currently. But what I grew to was consistency. That was what I had to learn, because I would always say, oh, I need to exercise this week. Or I would say, I'm going to take 3 days and I'm not going to eat no sweets, no Oreos for you, no chocolate chip cookies for you. You need to stop it. It was just that internal battle going on, right? So what I had to learn, what I'm just so thankful for, deliverance of consistency. When it's time to start eating well and exercising, drinking water, you have to figure out how to be consistent. And when you get to the other side, it's beautiful. So the first thing I do in the morning is I get up early. All right? That's the first thing you want to do. You always want to rise early. Why? Because we always say that, the early bird gets the worm, right?
Absolutely.
So I get up early. I start drinking my water. I hit the gym. Why? Because a lot of times, if you guys have children and you have families, you have husbands, you got to cook, you got to get them moving, get them situated. What is the only time of the day that you have for you? So that's why I do mornings. Now, I just have teenagers, and thank God they're all out of high school now. This was my last year. My last were graduated, so they're pretty independent now. But because I'm already in the habit, it's what I do. First thing in the morning, I get up, I go exercise, I get my body moving, get my blood pumping. Why? So that when I get into the office, I could be present for my clients. I could be happy. I could be joyful. I could be energized. I want to be present with my clients 100% of the time. So how I do that is I get my body moving early. After I finish working out, for example, this morning, I made me some amaranth and teff, which is basically a clean form of oatmeal. It's a grain out of Africa. So I like it because it's gluten-free. It's pretty much the, ancient grains you can get that are clean. And what I do is I just cook that in a little bit of coconut water, throw me some pecans in there, some blueberries, blackberry, raspberry. I like to cut up me some bananas in there, throw me some hemp seeds in there, and then cook me a piece of vegan toast, which is gluten-free and dairy-free toast. Put me some organic jelly on there, and that will hold me. Oh, and then I put a tablespoon of almond butter in that grain mix medley. Wow. And it'll hold me at least about 4 hours, because you got protein in there. So I love that. And then after that, I pack my lunch, which is always a big container of salad. And in my salad, I'm always putting, jalapeno olives, bell peppers, hemp seeds, Brazil nuts, cucumbers. You put what works for you. And then I always I have a big bowl of watermelon, and then I have a big old mason jar of passion fruit smoothie. So I bought a passion fruit and put it in a blender with some alkaline water and put some berries in there, and I made a passion fruit smoothie. So those are the things that I'll snack on while I'm at work. And then once I get to work, I'm whole, I'm present. Now, let me back up a little bit. This morning when I got up before I went to the gym, I took supplements. So this lines up with the question of what you're asking. So I take my vitamins in the morning, my vitamins and minerals. I take my fish oil. I take my D3. Okay. And then once I get back, I'll do my digestion HCl for digestion to uptake my digestion health. But those are the things I would take first thing in the morning when I get up. And then when I get home, I may have to do digestion before I eat again, or HCl if I'm eating something that is cooked. But that is pretty much an idea of how I keep myself consistent. So I have a little schedule that keeps me on board. So in this pandemic, the most important thing, guys, is that we must exercise. That's no longer negotiable anymore.
Right.
We used to would say, oh, you could do 1 or 2 days a week. It's not negotiable anymore, guys, because if you ever watched the movie Hunger Games, Hunger Games was about the survival of the fittest.
Wow, it was.
That is what we're in the middle of, the survival of the fittest.
Wow.
Right.
Great play on words.
They're going to keep throwing things at us.
Wow.
They're going to keep throwing things. This is not going away. We lost our economy years ago. So now you have all these things seeping through. So what we have to do is we have to make sure we're drinking water. We have to make sure we're eating healthy. We have to make sure we're taking our supplements. And we have to make sure we're going to bed early. So waking up in the morning, waking up late, getting a cup of coffee, getting a donut is not going to cut it. It's going to drag your immune system down. Go get a massage. Go for a walk. Get some sun. Every day you should be doing something that's going to enhance your immune system.
Wow.
If you're craving sweets or you're craving toxic food, I'm going to suggest you call us, because that means you need a detox.
Say it again.
If you are craving sweets, you're craving bad food, processed, fried chicken, that means you need a detox, because no matter how hard you try and say, I'm not eating any fried chicken for the whole week, I'm not eating any sweets for the whole week, the following week, you're going to start devouring some fried chicken and some sugar. And the reason that is because it's already engraved in your organs that's how we function. So that's why we have to put you on a detox, so you can get rid of those toxins. That's how I got rid of the sweet craving and kicked the sweet craving, because I was a sweet person. So I always tell people, you're either a sweet or a salt person, And so I was a sweet person. And so in order to kick that, I had to detox, which means you got to get all of that out your system. And then you'll notice that you're not craving those sweets anymore.
Wow. Doc, you are amazing with this information. And I really do appreciate you thus far. And we're going to take a brief break for our sponsors. Listen, thank you everybody for being on Kouch Couch today and this morning and tuning in to the great Dr. LaTronica Fisher. You guys have to agree that she's the bomb.com. And we definitely appreciate her information. So we're going to take a brief moment for our sponsors real quick, and we'll be right back on the couch.
Life is filled with many unexpectancies. If something happened to you today, heart attack, cancer, stroke, or diagnosed with anything terminal, are you prepared for what's next? Only 1 out of 4 to 5 Americans have considered that life is unexpected, uncertain, and has some uncontrollable risk. Are you that 4 to 5 that hasn't taken action yet? Call right now for your free quote. Tomorrow's not promised. The protection of your legacy depends on what choice you make in this moment. Call right now. Lit Chat. Now your words have fire.
All right, we're back real quick. We'll be wrapping up here in just a second. Again, Kay's Couch. We're so glad that everyone's here, Kay. We got Couch Talk today with Dr. LaTronica. Dr. LaTronica, thank you again for being available this morning, as always.
Absolutely. The pleasure is always mine.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And so real quick before we go, now there's you are placed, or you've positioned yourself to be in a very unique place.
Mhm.
You've done holistic medicine, you've done traditional medicine. Let's start there. You were a nurse, and you were also primary care, and now we are into the holistic view. So tell us a little bit about that history. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I'd have to say, short and sweet, just imagine a young girl, freshman in college, losing her father to colon cancer, and then a few years later, losing my grandfather. So these were instrumental men in my life. That just kind of help you get through life. Once you start college, you need that guidance. You need those teachers. You need that wisdom. So
Absolutely.
I can remember my dad being on hospice, and I remember them, just having him on a morphine drip.
Hmm.
And being so young, you didn't know that there was a such thing as holistic medicine. I think
Hmm.
our extent in our community of holistic medicine is walking into one of the big box stores and buying some vitamins off the shelf.
Right.
We had no idea it's a
Yep.
whole nother career path.
Wow.
We had no idea. And so I remember the day that, my dad passed away. I was there, and I asked God, I said, just let me be present, when he transitions. And I was there. And to this day, in the back of my mind, I always felt like there should have been another way.
Hmm.
And so I just feel like God just sent that inspiration to me. I was able to join this organization. Now, by this time, I had started college. I decided I was going to go on to become a nurse.
Hmm.
So graduated from Prairie View A&M,
Hmm.
had an opportunity to just really transition through a lot of the different clinical channels in that avenue. Then I went on and became a nurse practitioner.
Hmm.
Went on and received my master's in nursing and my master's in business from Seton Hall University up
Hmm.
in New Jersey. And then I went on to University of Miami to receive my doctorate as a
Okay.
nurse practitioner. And
Wow.
so it was at that junction that I realized that I was working for house call doctors. I had my own practice prescribing medicine, and I saw people like you and me coming in. And
Mm.
I said, you know what? There has to be a better way. I cannot sleep at night knowing that I'm prescribing these medications with all these side effects to my community. So I just felt like I needed to look at another option. I just think we need to know. I'm not saying that, those medications are not um, they're not necessary in some cases,
Understand. I understand.
but I am saying that we need to know that there are other options, and we should try holistic options first before we have to resort to allopathic medicine.
Mm.
And so what I did was I said, I got to figure this out, how I'm going to transition. And so the universe just worked it all out for me. There was a particular provider who had an office. They were transitioning out. And so that's how I was able to transition in, go back. And then I went back to the California College of Natural Medicine. And
Mm.
that's when I began to learn the naturopathic route and how to begin to educate us. And I will tell you, when I first opened my practice, I didn't see anybody that looked like me.
Wow.
So they
Wow.
knew about it long before we did. 90% of my clients did not look like me. And I was just like, okay, I opened this practice because I was trying to expose my community. And so I
Right.
have to say I'm extremely proud that now 90% of my clients look like me.
Wow. Oh, wow. That is awesome.
90% look like me, and I'm so excited and so elated because that means we're teachable, that means we're trainable, and that means we're open. We're
Wow.
open. So I'm so excited about that more and more of us are getting into natural medicine and we're learning about it. And we don't mind spending the money to get well and do it naturally when it comes to losing weight, blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol. All these things can be treated naturally. And
Wow.
that was what my mission was to get out there and hit the pavement to make sure that my melanin people knew that
Yes.
this is available and we are not subject to all of those prescription medications if we don't need them.
I'm so really appreciate and happy. And again, tell you thank you for making those choices and those decisions. It takes strength and courage to do that. And I thank you. I thank you for everyone that's joining. I see V. She's been putting in some great statements, and thank you. And my friend Harj, I see him. He's all the way over in the UK.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
I'm glad to see that and hear that. So as positioning yourself as once was traditional medicine, and now you are holistic. So tell us real quick. Now I'm not just talking, everybody. I'm not just talking about just witnessing. I am currently a client of Dr. Fisher. Like we talk quite a bit. She advises me and she talks to me. I'm waiting on my vitamins and minerals now, and so if they're not already arrived, I gotta go check my mail. So I've been through the detox. It helped me lose 15 pounds, and so with doing the work. So you do have to do the work. So I'm just elated to have her here and to be a part of her universe and her mind and teaching me and showing me and talking to me about a few things. So now, with that being said, before we wrap up, you got to show us how, say, for instance, my friend Harj, if you wanted to know more about what's going on with him, or V, if she wanted to know, how can you help them to showcase or, give them the information without them leaving their home state?
Absolutely, Kay, and thank you so much. So, in a traditional setting, when you go to the doctor, they draw labs, right? They
Absolutely.
draw labs. That's how they determine what's going on with specific areas of the body that they draw labs on. Or they may do an EKG test to see what's going on with your heart. Or for men, which they are not fond of, which this is why I encourage men to just kind of really by the throat to look into what we do. Men, when it comes to prostate, once they're over 40, they do the digital rectal exam that they're not comfortable with. But what we do is that I don't have to touch you, violate you, probe you, stick you. I don't have to do any of that. There was a doctor who got tired of treating people for just their symptoms. He wanted to figure out, how can we get to the root cause of the problem? And that's without me having to enter into your space. And he developed this device. Okay.
Yes.
And the way it works is if you come in person, you just hold it just like this. And this device will test over 68,000 variables of your body.
Wow.
It will tell me more than traditional medicine can ever tell you about your body. It has a cancer screen on it. It has prostate scan. It has ovaries, uterus scans. It has mold scans. It has parasites. It has, if there's something going on with your kidneys, your liver, your heart. I could give you all that by you just doing this. Now, if you are not here locally in the area, all you do is send me your samples, just as if just a swab of the saliva, a little bit of the hair from the back of the neck, and then some fingernail clippings if possible, all of those. And what I do is place those samples right here on top of the box and run the scan as if you're holding the device.
That is amazing.
And then I tell you exactly what's going on in your body. And then what we do is we customize a plan to bring your body back into balance. Because what it's telling me is what's out of balance, what's going on, whether or not you have a parasite, whether your kidneys are not functioning right. Why are they not functioning right? You're dehydrated, which means, you go to the doctor, you're having all these issues. They put you on medicine and my scan say you're dehydrated. It's really simple. You end up on a medication when you should have been told to just start drinking water.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I see.
So that's the difference, that what people don't understand is that you didn't think about it. Oh, I don't drink water. I
Mm.
love juice, So it's just, they're just basic things that brings our body back into balance. And so that's what my Quest test does, and we're able to do it remotely anywhere in the world. We've done it as far as China, Poland. And so we've gone pretty far with those scans, and they're extremely effective.
Wow. Doctor, this is such
Yes.
just I'm glad again just to be a part of your universe and your mind, and we can actually get this information off to people, because I don't like not feeling well, and I don't like being in a position where I don't feel good. And I know a lot of times in our life we've been so accustomed to taking medication that we feel like that's just in the best of health. And if you're alive, it's not really too late. Listen, we have one of the greatest doctors here that I feel on this side of the Mississippi. So, well, she's on the other side of the Mississippi. She's in Texas. And so I am so happy to have her here. So listen, I want you guys to give her a call. If you are locally in the U.S., you can call her 713-520-8188. That's 713-520-8188. And she is providing 15-minute free consultations. And you will have a great opportunity and conversation with her. She will be here. She's there. Office is amazing. Her office staff is awesome. You can find her on LinkedIn, Dr. Fisher Road to Wellness. You can find her on Facebook, Dr. LaTronica Fisher Road to Wellness. And again, her email address is Dr. Fisher Road to Wellness at gmail.com, and IG, Dr. Fisher R2W. But this is what you guys got to know. You can do all those social medias, but you will not get the same treatment unless you call.
That's absolutely
Give her a call and have a conversation with her. She is here for you. She is here to be of an assistance for you. Now, hard to ask, what about in the UK? You can do the UK too, right?
Yeah, in the UK we have a WhatsApp. So we have people that'll call us through WhatsApp.
Okay. All right.
So if they have a WhatsApp, then they can always call us on 713-256-1752.
All right, let me make sure that I add that in so we can do that.
That way it's not costing them anything.
Okay. 713, what was it?
256-1752.
1752. And that's the WhatsApp number.
That's our WhatsApp.
I want to make sure that we have that available for those that are across the pond, and I'm definitely honored about that. That's the WhatsApp number. And so, individuals, I want you guys to know she is awesome. She is available. She is here for you. Like I said, I'm not just saying it. I am a client. And I've experienced. So now, in wrapping up before we go, Doc, is there anything that you would like to share before we get out of here?
No, I just want to encourage people that, we're in this life. It is a journey. It's not a destination. So we all have to know that where we are because of our thinking and our environment. So if you want to begin to move forward and improve your health, you want to feel better, you want to have more energy, you want to lose weight, you want to know, what can I do in order to improve or promote myself from where I am now, then I encourage you to just reach out and say, this is what's going on. This is where I am. How can I move this radar or this needle forward? Absolutely. That's what life is about, progression. So I always say that where I am right now, I want to be in a different place in 5 or 10 years. And the only way I can be in a different place in 5 years is by starting to take action now. And I know we have a lot of things going on, guys. I know I get bombarded all the time with so many things. I can't read everything. I can't do everything. It's just a lot. It really is just a lot. But there are certain things that are at the top priority of the chain. And that's going to always be my health. Unfortunately, on a lot of people, the health is like number 5. I think they say out of the top 10 things, for some reason, health falls at number 7.
Wow.
And we really do need to raise that bar on our health. It
Gotta
should
be
be
raised.
number one. So I always say that you don't want to spend all this time chasing money to have wealth, to turn around and have to take all your wealth to chase your health.
I love it. I love it. Listen, people, we're going to end on that. Listen, do not spend all your wealth chasing your health, especially if you have control of doing better for your health. Make your health the number one reason, your number one cause. You can have all the money in the world, but if your health is not good, you're still going to be without. So listen, we're going to end off there. Thank you so much, Doc. Hang out with me probably a few seconds after the outro. And you guys know, love life and live love. You only have one life. So listen, until the next time, it's been great. It's been the Couch, K's Couch.